Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is Demo Day, Cohort Zero, our inaugural cohort. Demo days are exciting as always, and this one in particular because it's our inaugural cohort of the RightShift Accelerator. So over the past 8 weeks, we've worked very closely, we being the entire RightShift team, very closely with the founders. You're going to hear from them just in a minute. We've helped them with customer discovery, problem statements, in some cases defining them, in some cases refining them, then identifying the ideal customer profile, their pitch decks, and last but not least, actually helping them start their journey into building a product. And that's what RightShift Accelerator is about. We are a product-first accelerator, and we are trying to do everything we can for founders to get to market fast, test, learn, and improve their product as quickly as possible. And we do all of that because we've spent over a year building very proprietary tool chains for this purpose, all AI-driven to help founders accelerate their time to market, be it branding, be it customer acquisition, be it traction testing, and also, of course, building the product itself. And none of this would be possible if it wasn't for our dynamic duo of program directors. Special shout out to Tino and Martin. Thank you for shepherding us, the founders and the managing partners equally. We needed as much guidance as the founders did. So thank you for your patience, dedication, and all the hard work that's kind of gotten us to this point. I also want to thank all our industry partners who've been very generous with their time and advice to our cohort. They have spent, they didn't have to, but they did, took time talking about each one of their expertise in our Ask Me Anything sessions, which were weekly, which the founders found immensely helpful. So where are we going as an accelerator? Real quick, in Cohort Zero is very successful. You'll hear from some of the founders, like I mentioned earlier. Cohort 1 is scheduled to launch mid-June. We're proud to say we got more candidates applying than we anticipated. So we are somewhat scrambling to go through the application review process, and we'll announce the Cohort 1 early June and then launch the cohort mid-June. So that's our plan. And that's enough about RightShift Accelerator. Today, it's all about the founders. They're going to talk about their awesome products, and it's really about a celebration of their hard work. And we are very proud to be on the path, on the journey with them. And founders, thank you for your trust and your patience with all of us and the RightShift Accelerator team. We don't take that trust lightly. And we wish you all the success in this step and all the steps that are going to come in your startup journey. So without further ado, Chris, back to you.
Thanks, Deep. It's been an amazing journey to watch the progress of these founders and their companies. They've trusted in the process, and we're thrilled to have them share their progress with you today. After 8 weeks of product-focused execution within the RightShift Accelerator, as Deep mentioned, without further ado, let's get started with our first presentation. This founder is building a marketplace to connect brands with eco-conscious consumers, promoting sustainable fashion and lifestyle products. It's my pleasure to introduce Nyah Chapman and Luxe.
One day, I decided to go to Chicago for the weekend. But when I landed, I realized I had no idea what to do. I have all these travel benefits, points, and rewards cards, but every time I log into my benefits portal, it's always so overwhelming. So I typically end up searching everywhere in an endless cycle, scrolling, wasting hours looking for answers that should have taken me seconds. That's when I realized we have a mental health, finance, and fitness app, but when it comes to lifestyle, you're on your own. 86% of affluent consumers are overwhelmed searching for what to do and managing their credit card rewards and programs. This has resulted in $360 billion in unredeemed rewards points. Hi, I'm Nyah Chapman, the founder of Luxe powered by Luxe AI. Luxe is a conversational digital concierge that gives you personalized recommendations across dining, travel, and experiences. I have personally spent the last 15 years in the luxury industry, and I've generated millions of dollars in sales for major brands. So 3 years ago, I launched Luxe List to handpick the best in luxury lifestyle, from the best martinis in Dallas to hotel openings. And this quickly grew to over 100,000 subscribers. And I realized that people weren't just reading. We received dozens of emails from, hey, can you tell me what to do in Austin, or can you help me book this hotel? And that's when I realized that people wanted more on-demand assistance, access, and personalization. So how does Luxe List solve this? Just think of it as a personal concierge right at your fingertips. Meet Sarah. She's a Luxe insider and she's in New York City for a conference. After taking a quiz and connecting her rewards points, she opens the Luxe List app and asks, what can I do in New York City today? The app instantly curates a personalized homepage of restaurants, rewards, and exclusive offers, all based on her preferences. And just like that, she unlocks $500 in rewards. No digging, no tabs, no scrolling. Just a smarter, more intuitive way to manage her lifestyle and time. Luxe List is built to learn your preferences and anticipates your needs before you even ask. This helps brands engage with high-spending consumers at the exact moment, and this level of hyper-personalization increases satisfaction, engagement, and sales. Our MVP is currently in closed beta, with users actively discovering curated recommendations. And what's next is that smart rewards matching. This demo is available for investors only. And at the heart is Luxe AI. We start with search, and then we use AI agents to pull from our proprietary structured database of 5,000 restaurants, hotels, and experiences. And if you remember, we already have a built-in audience of over 100,000 consumers from our newsletter, which has generated over $200,000 in B2B advertising revenue. So last month, we quietly presented early access to 5,000 subscribers. 36% joined the waitlist, and we pre-sold $7,000 in lifetime subscriptions. So now that we validated the demand on both the B2B and B2C sides, we're scaling into a $1.5 trillion opportunity. In the US alone, $444 billion is spent on luxury advertising and lifestyle subscriptions. With 100K subscribers in our audience, our goal is to convert 10% over the next 18 months, which unlocks $17 million in annual reoccurring revenue. That said, we generate revenue through subscriptions with an exclusive offer for our first 500 early adopters. We also generate revenue through B2B advertising and affiliate partnerships. Here are some of our lovely partners. In addition, we will focus on launching strategically across cities like Atlanta, Miami, and Chicago. This is where our audience already lives and where luxury spending is highest. While others offer static rewards management or traditional concierge services, Luxe List delivers a smarter, more intuitive way to manage your lifestyle and benefits, all powered by AI. We are seeking $1.2 million to accelerate Luxe List from a high-demand newsletter to a fully functional AI-powered luxury concierge platform. I have a talented executive team that blends luxury, technology, sales. I've received investment from Intuitio Labs and JP Morgan Chase and participated in many accelerators. So let me ask you, why settle for ordinary when your life can be intelligent and effortless? If you're interested in exclusive access or a demo, please connect with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Nyah. If you're anything like me, I normally find out about my rewards and perks because I get a notification that they're now expired. I definitely look forward to Luxe List helping me take advantage of my earned rewards. Our next founder has built an on-demand consulting and knowledge platform that helps early stage and aspiring tech founders build strong businesses. It's an honor to introduce Tara Heptinstall and Enviveo.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, let me get us started. All right. Many brilliant tech ideas never make it past the napkin stage. Not because the founders lack passion, but because they're overwhelmed. The startup world is chaotic, it's noisy, and despite billions in funding, Startup failure rates really haven't moved. I want to change that. Hi, I'm Tara Heptinstall. I'm founder of Enviveo, and I've spent 25 years leading digital transformation and building growth engines for major companies. But when I launched my own venture, I was shocked. It wasn't the work that stopped me so much, it was the system. Too much noise, too much guidance, too much to get through. And I thought, if I felt this lost, what about someone without my background? So I started listening. And that's when I met Kendall, Don, and Blake. Kendall, a non-technical founder, gave away too much equity because she lacked early guidance. Don, a Columbia computer science grad, he can code, but he has no idea really how to build a business. And Blake, a Yale alum, is trying to balance earning income and chasing his vision. Each one of these folks are talented, each one stuck. That's the gap Enviveo was built to close. These insights and my own experience led to the solution, the Enviveo Founder Enablement Platform. So let me show you how it works, not just what it does, but how it solves the real problems early stage founders face every day. When Kendall logs in, she's not met with a blank canvas, she's guided. She fills out the onboarding wizard and her dashboard customizes her success path, surfacing the exact resources and information she needs based on where she is in her journey. She can book time with a technology advisor board or talk to Vive AI using plain language to get advice. Don gets step-by-step strategy tools, curated content, and live expert help. And Blake, he can browse our Founders Hiring Founders job board, built to help aspiring founders earn while they build. He doesn't have to choose between his dream and his rent. We're helping him do both. Enviveo removes the friction, reduces noise, and accelerates the clarity so founders can focus on building real businesses, not just products. It's not just a tool or content or a course. It's a smart, guided experience built for people just like them. The old startup playbook is broken. No code and AI tools now make it easier than ever to build. Millions intend to start tech ventures, yet most tools are really not built for them. It's time for a new approach, one designed for the first-time aspiring founder. According to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, hundreds of millions plan to start businesses, and we estimate 238 million of those are focused on tech startups in the next 3 years. That translates into a $200 billion market based on spend across startup formation, SMB tools, and digital education. Enviveo unifies these fragmented solutions together in one guided platform. We built a clear 6-month path to our first 5,000 customers. First, through local founder community managers in high-intent markets to drive grassroots acquisition. I've implemented multi-country marketing models like this before, so I know it can be successful. Second, our multi-channel program drives awareness and conversion through social, search, email, webinars, and founder-led content. And last, the International Registry of Tech Founders, an opt-in initiative to identify serious startup talent and build a high-intent, data-rich pipeline. The marketing assets are live, hiring plans are in progress. We just need resourcing, talent to execute, and dev support to complete phase 2. We'll operate on a tiered subscription model with flexible transaction-based options for founders not quite ready to commit, creating a clear path to upgrade as their needs evolve. Over time, we'll expand into higher value services for later stage startups, increasing customer lifetime value as we scale. And I'm not doing it alone. Enviveo is backed by a world-class team, experts in AI, finance, go-to-market, and startup leadership. We're blending enterprise execution with startup speed and lots of empathy. In 8 months, we built more than a prototype, we built a foundation. 40+ interviews with founders, investors, and innovation scholars to validate the market. A fully clickable platform built with no-code tools. 15 expert coaches onboarded and under contract to provide counsel and help train Vive AI. Our private Vive Hive community already has active users. They're offering real-time feedback. Our beta testing is intentionally focused. We've selected high-fit ICP-aligned users to help us validate early use cases and refine the experience. Finally, strategic partnership discussions are in progress for our job board and talent marketplace. Everything is ready, we just need fuel. We're raising just under $700,000 in pre-seed capital. At our lowest tier of $29 a month, 5,000 users can generate $1.7 million in annual recurring revenue. That's more than 2 times the capital deployed. Most of this raise goes to product development and AI training, with targeted investment in marketing and strategic hires to accelerate growth. We're ready to deploy this capital immediately. So today, I'm inviting you to join us as a partner, an investor, or a champion for first-time founders. I created Enviveo because I've lived both sides, building million-dollar tools for big companies and sitting at my kitchen table wondering where to start. Enviveo is a new category, founder enablement, built to reduce risk, unlock innovation, and empower the millions ready to build. Okay, back to you, Chris.
Amazing. Thank you, Tara. I had a teardrop because I just thought about all the sleepless nights Enviveo could have saved me when I was a founder launching my company. I'm sure many of you watching feel the same way. Definitely love it. Last but definitely not least, our final founder of today has a femtech startup providing personalized healthcare solutions focused on women's intimate health and wellness. Allow me to introduce Maria Uloko and Vulva AI.
Hello, everyone. Can everyone see this?
We got it.
Perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Maria Uloko, and I'm so glad to be here and tell you and share a lot about the passion and the work that we've been doing at Vulva AI. So, what if I told you that every penis in this room, as it aged, got smaller, red, painful, and constantly infected? And every time you saw a doctor, you were told it was all in your head, or this was just a normal part of aging. Now imagine this was all completely reversible and preventable if someone simply took the time to understand and treat it. Thankfully, that's not the case for men, but shockingly, this is the case for millions of women and vulva owners around the world. I'm Dr. Maria Uloko. I am a board-certified urologist and one of 7 urologists trained in the world to treat sexual dysfunction in all genders. I'm a 2-time international award-winning researcher. My most notable work was defining how many nerves are in the human clitoris, research that reshaped how we understand vulvar anatomy, pain, and pleasure. My research group is mapping out the rest of the vulva as well, and we're also linking vulvar health to disease states. I also built the first vulvar sexual health center in the United States that accepted insurance and treated over 2,000 patients in my first 2 years of practice. And in that time, I kept hearing the exact same story again and again. Let me share one of those stories with you today. Meet Sarah. She's not like any other patient. She's actually a gynecologist. And she came to me after 5 years of suffering from recurrent urinary tract infections every time she had sex. She'd seen every specialist under the sun. She was even a specialist herself, and still no answers. Out of desperation, she even turned to Reddit threads and Facebook groups, trying to piece together what medical school hadn't taught her. By the time she reached me, she was hopeless. Her marriage was on the line, she was missing work, and she believed that her childhood dream of becoming a mother she would never achieve. Through tears, she said, "How is it that I'm a gynecologist and I still don't know how to fix myself?" Sarah isn't alone, though. In the United States alone, 85 million women suffer from chronic vulvovaginal conditions like recurrent urinary tract infections, pelvic pain, and recurrent vaginal infections. On average, it takes 3 doctor's visits over 7 years and $20,000 out of pocket to get diagnosed. And the reason for this, 75% of doctors are not being trained on vulvar anatomy and disease, including gynecologists. This is why I created Vulva AI, a digital health platform using AI to close the diagnostic gap in vulvovaginal care. Let's go back to Sarah, but this time with Vulva AI. After hearing about us from a friend, she signs up through our site. She completes a short symptom-based quiz powered by a proprietary AI engine, purpose-built solely for vulvar health. Unlike generic LLMs, our model replicates expert-level diagnostic reasoning by combining dynamic access to trusted medical knowledge and fine-tuned clinical intelligence. Within minutes, she receives personalized insights about the treatment, along with exact clinical steps to confirm diagnosis. Then she starts tracking her symptoms. That data helps her spot patterns, measure progress, and advocate more effectively in a doctor's office. She also joins our free peer community, where she finds support, advice, and stories that remind her that she's not alone. Sarah finally has what she's always needed: access to real-world expertise, a roadmap, and control over her care. And all of this just for $14.99 a month, or sorry, $24.99 a month. We're starting with subscription model first because vulvovaginal conditions require 6 to 12 months of care, making this a prime use case for high retention and high ARR. We're starting as an educational patient advocacy tool, and our initial focus is on patients already suffering from vulvar conditions where demand is high and the system continues to fail. Our initial patients are already suffering from vulvar conditions. Our stepwise approach starts with digital education, clinical guidance, and support first, which doesn't require FDA approval. As we collect user data and validate our outcomes, we'll progressively expand into a full-service digital clinic, leveraging our proprietary platform. Vulva AI was built over 4 years of clinical R&D and tested on over 2,000 patients to directly inform and validate our algorithm. This isn't theoretical. It's built from real-world patient care. And the demand is undeniable. Patients routinely wait 12 to 18 months just to see a vulvar specialist, and they're often paying consultation fees as high as $2,500, up to 100 times more than the standard primary care visit. Physicians also recognize this critical gap, regularly paying to attend specialized conferences or courses I've led at institutions at Harvard, Yale, and Cornell. As a board-certified urologist with advanced training in sexual medicine, urology, gynecology, and vulvar dysfunction, I have a unique position. We're essentially the holy grail of pelvic health. No one else has this integrated capacity, and we're capitalizing on it on a fundamentally transform and dominate the market. And this market is massive. This is a $30 trillion global opportunity with 3 billion women in the world and an average diagnosis of $10,000. And fun medical fact, 100% of those women will develop some form of vulvar dysfunction in their lifetime. In the United States alone, this is a $2 trillion opportunity. And we're focusing solely on the $13 billion underserved market of chronic vulvovaginal care. And we're the first to market with a solution purpose-built for it. We're tapping into this underserved market with massive growth potential, grounded in science and built for scale. Gynecologic care is in crisis. The workforce is shrinking, knowledge gaps persist, and millions go undiagnosed. Technology is only scalable solution, and we're leading that shift. As a researcher defining the science behind the conditions and a leading clinician in the field, we're building an evidence-based, accessible platform in partnership with leaders across tech, healthcare, and public health. We've also built strong media and community presence. I've been featured on KTLA, the Colbert Report, New York Times, Oprah Daily, Allure, Maria Shriver's Sunday paper, as well as the New York Post. We've also grown an organic audience of over 10,000 followers across platforms. We are also featured in the new documentary that's going to be put on Paramount Plus called The Pink Pill that's coming out in this fall. On the research front, we published 2 peer-reviewed papers just this year looking at the lack of access to vulvovaginal care. With 3 more papers underway, work that has the potential to fundamentally shift how we understand disease states, even disease states as common as recurrent UTIs. We're also active partnership conversations with 3 leading academic institutions as we prepare for pilot studies and enterprise validation. Our MVP is now in closed beta testing, and this year we were selected for the Essence Festival Innovation Hub, putting us in front of over 500,000 attendees and more than 1 million attendees virtually, amplifying both visibility and user access. And we have had trusted relationships with our deep connection into the space. We have partnerships with Tight Lip, which is a patient advocacy group around vulvovaginal care. We've completed 3 accelerators, including the UCLA Health Accelerator, and we're just accepted into the National Institute of Aging Accelerator starting summer of 2025. And to see all of this come into the world, we're now raising $1 million to complete our consumer platform. That funding will go towards product development, legal and compliance, team expansion, and operations. We've built the core team, we've proven the demand, now we're ready to scale. Vulva AI isn't just a product, it's a movement. Because if the medical system won't see us, we'll build one that can. Join us in finally giving vulvovaginal health the diagnostic power it deserves. And as for Sarah, she just delivered her first baby, who's about to celebrate his 3-month birthday soon. That's the kind of transformation Vulva AI makes possible. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Maria. I remember when we first met Maria and she began to educate us on these specific challenges that women face. Shocked at the statistics. We got off the call and there was an immediate consensus that we wanted to support Maria to help be a part of this solution. So thank you again.
Thank you all.
All right. So as a founder-first organization led by former founders, it's been our pleasure to work, build, and learn alongside these amazing startup leaders. The journey as a founder is very hard, and we aim to continue to provide an ecosystem that supports these courageous individuals in their bold ideas. I'm going to hand it back over to Deep for closing remarks, and we thank you again for being with us through today's demo day.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks, everybody. That was awesome. It's 4 o'clock in the evening, but I feel it's 9 a.m. Extremely energized. Well done, founders. Again, thank you for letting RightShift be part of your journey. This is an incredible journey. Like Chris was mentioning, we've gone through this multiple times and sometimes sounds painful and sometimes feels meandering, but it's definitely a journey that you will enjoy. Again, thank you for letting us be a part of that. In terms of RightShift, everybody who's watching, if you want to reach out about RightShift or about the founders, reach out to Chris or I. You can find more information about our accelerator on rightshift.co/accelerator. If you're interested for regular updates, we have a newsletter called RightShift Pulse. You can subscribe to that as well. Again, thank you for your time and have a great day.